Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well this fine Saturday. I totally didn't blank on the day for a hot second there, despite the fact that it's literally in the following title for stream what day it is. Yeah. Definitely one of those where is Cyber's brain kind of days. But hey ho. That's just kind of Saturdays for you. Your body just is winding down, resting and relaxing on that sort of thing. You know, crap like that. But, yeah. Do wonder if I have the Zatsu playlist up a bit too, down a bit too. Like, you guys probably can hear it fine my end, but I have a bit of trouble hearing it my end, because, of the fact that where I have my, laptop cooling pad on, it drowns it out a little bit. But I suppose that's what happens when you do have any kind of fan on. Because it's technically a bunch of... Because, the laptop cooling pad is technically just a bunch of fans in a trench coat. Really. If you overthink to buggery about it, which, ain't exactly hard for me. I overthink everything to buggery about it. I've definitely eaten a bit too much. Because, when I do eat a bit too much, it just makes me want to go to sleep. Don't know why it does that, it just kind of does. But, I ain't got time for sleep, we got Monster Hunting to do. So it might help if I put the game in. And load it up and all that good stuff. Also, gentlemen, ladies, gentlemen, and pixels of all ages, genders, and all that good stuff. Synchronize your update watches. Because, title update 4 is coming in a month. Exactly. It is coming. 16th. And if I'm aware, that is... about just over 4 weeks. So we has work to do and preps to be doing. You know? Right, we got our lucky vouchers all stocked up. Let's roll. Okay, I cannot remember what I have in my wish list. Oh yeah, some bows. Cause I've been messing about with that here and there. Not recently though. That's mainly because I've been playing Kyle Warriors Definitive Edition.
Okay, see you later.
I kind of want to get that because that is always a very useful thing to do. Getting. Wait, is that what the Zelshia bow looks like? What actually actually does the Zelshia bow have out of? How is it? Power coating and poison coating. How does that stack up to 220 war, 5% affinity, 140 elements? Nope, this kind of knocks it out the park. Same raw, no affinity, but a lot more elements. And pierce. But it looks prettier.
How can I serve?
Screw efficiency, I like the look of this one more. How was I? Oh right, that one has pierce. The Rathlos one has power. Oh yeah, I decided not to go with a laggy one because close range. Why was I looking at a fade window? Unless it was for getting ideas for a bowl set. Because, well, I had it in my head that, hang on, let me thought process catch up to my brain. I had it in my head that the Evade window extends the window to trigger your discerning dodge on bow, which yeah, I should really look that up if it is the case. That's probably why it was showing all the Sergio's parts, or Sergio's pieces. Because, oh, there's a couple of bits of a fade window here. Might as well extend my armor collection a bit.
Watch this.
Well, that probably wouldn't be. Oh. It's probably. Yeah, it's still probably worth investing in in filling out gaps in your armor collection, but at the same time, we don't know how many more title updates we're getting after the next one. Cause I'd say there's a bit of a rule of thumb with, at least in my head, when it comes to Monster Hunter. Just from what I remember from Rise, they supported it for a year with new updates and that sort of new tie updates and that sort of thing, and then they dropped the Master Rank expansion. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they do it here as well. No, it's not even just Monster Hunter I've noticed this trend with. Just a lot of non-live service games usually support, well, have a year of support at the bare minimum.
Another satisfied customer.
And whether we get any more is up to, well, up to the developers, really. Alright. See if there's anything we can pilfer. Actually, I don't want 9-star ones. Cause I need what's it? Hunter symbols. And you can't get those from 9-star hunts, or 9-star tempered monsters, which I think is actually very stupid. Eh. Honestly, I will say this, I do think
Let's be on our way.
Wild's endgame is a bit of a mess. Right, my thing's still a fucking chocobo. That's an Arc Valve. Fire! Yeah. That was close. Yeah, I'm fine. Just casually blocking all that crap. Why the hell did I open my mouth? I do hope the Mass Rank expansion has a more coherent endgame. Because my issue with WoW's endgame is that
Gather some materials too.
due to the tile updates and putting in the 9-star monsters as well as the tempereds and that sort of thing, it's made it a bit weird. Like, I personally think Arch-Tempers should be top of the food chain no matter what.
Trap set.
I think I miscalculated where the trap needed to be there. We got a flame gem out of it. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. That's only 2. It can be here a little while. But it's 8. It's a 8-star hunt. It's the Bloody Sedaeus song, and I'm getting slight flashbacks. Where's my switch axe? I should really make a switch axe set, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah, no, let's detour into Zolshir real quick. Because we need... I think we need a crystal horn still. Plus it gets me used to using the switch axe a bit.
Commencing quest by order of the guild.
Because I'm out of practice with it. I'm actually gonna switch to... good old... Faithful. That being Barathos. Sorry, my brain got confused there. His name's Kree, but my brain misread it as Klee. Don't ask how my brain does stuff like that. It just kinda does. It's a good thing I've gotten used to that mechanic. Right, the fireballs bounce. Know what I could do with a Switch headset? Think on making it tanky. Like make it so it doesn't matter how hard they hit, and just make it a case of I can just get up from goddamn anything. Style of a one-shot mechanic. It wouldn't be a monster on the stream without me getting some interesting build ideas, but I never end up doing. Holy shit, that's a lot. Nice. setup like that, I would need Divine Blessing. I have a fair bit of that anyway. Because I use the Sudra Ways for fucking everything. 2. A crap ton of other defensive skills. The wave window doesn't seem like a bad idea. Quick switch would definitely need to be in there, because, well, switch X bit. Any other defensive skills I can think of off the top of my head for that? No, I can't think of any off the top of my head. Kinda would like the Master Rank DLC to have the metal rafts in it. Just so we can have the Golden Rathlos skill, Defiance or whatever it's called, from Sunbreak back, because that was a pretty strong defensive ability. But essentially what it did, it made it so that you took less damage in that when the monster's enraged. So you can see how a setup like that would actually be super useful. If that makes sense. Yeah, it would also give me a chance to experiment with affinity skills other than 2-piece gore. Because I will admit, I do rely on 2-piece gore too much. But that's the thing with it. It's such a dominant thing in the meta. It's kind of silly to not use it. Crit build and metas have always been a thing since, like, well, you could stack it way more easily and well to the point where it wasn't an issue. Rise they shifted about somewhat. But it was still easy to stack. That's probably why they did the thing split. The bit between decorations on your armor and decorations on your weapon.
I'm glad you're all right. Take a second to restock your supplies before heading out, okay?
Ah. But yeah, I'm gonna need to look into what's it
Come by anytime.
skills. Ah. Yeah, only 2 defensive skills I can think of. Well, 3 defensive skills I can think of off the top of my head. That would be useful. Are defense boost. But if I remember, that's not a particularly potent skill in this game. No, it actually is. It's somewhat decent. Defense at level 7, it's defense plus 10%, plus 35 extra defense, plus an extra 5 on all your elemental resistances. Divine protection, recovery speed. I got more resentment, adrenaline rush, and peak performance gems than I know what to do with. What was maximum might ones? Hindsight. Away burst. Focus. Quick switch is not a bad one for, well, to have, because yeah, well, it's kind of mandatory for a good Switch X build. Self-improvement. Okay, let's have a look at what that does. Improve. Oh. Yeah, it's not actually worth using. It doesn't prop particularly quickly, and you don't get much benefit out of it. Hmm. Yeah, not much else I can really think of.
You have any requests?
Like, defensive ones would definitely be on armor. Evade extender's not a bad shout. Well, evade window, I mean. Hmm. Temporarily increases attack power after being knocked back. Considering I'm trying to make a tanky build, this wouldn't be a terrible idea. Hmm. Evade extender. That extends evade distance, which I don't really like the idea of using, cause that could mess up your positioning a little bit. Increases the amount recovered when restoring health. Okay, but what does that affect? Yeah, I'm going into full theory crafting mode here. Up. Probably up does what? Okay, so out one is in the... That would work well. Only issue is I wouldn't use this waste for it, cause oh. I wouldn't use this waste for it despite the amazing slots, cause, well, Suja waste. But that don't sound too bad. 2 recovery up and wide range.
Watch this.
But remember, the idea of I have is to make it so I can survive a bit better. In most situations. The light resistance is kind of neither here nor there. Because of one particular reason. That is the only blights you're really gonna be worrying about are Fire Blight, cause that reduces your health over time. Dragon Blight, which nullifies the element on your weapon, and I think it also lowers your affinity. Thunder Blight can cause you to be stunned easier, but that can be sorted out with stun resistance. However, stuns don't actually come up massively often. Compared to other Monster Hunter games. Thing is, you will need foes for haste and recovery. Okay.
Another satisfied customer.
Well. Good thing to check is what this do we have? That one's got divine. Oh, that's got 3 of that. Like a botanist. Go. Oh yeah, I thought about this for an SNS set. Just cause yeah, you can't tell me that doesn't scream SNS set. That's all I got, huh? Divine Blessing is a level 2 skill anyway. Okay, let's see what I can do here. So, the whole idea of this setup is that I'm the tankiest motherfucking Switch Axe user going. I want hasten recovery or that. Plus I get 1 recovery speed and 2 weakness exploit off the gate. Yeah, no, I have 2 for recovery speed. Okay. And with 3 Rex already in there, that actually makes my life a lot easier. I can either go for something that has 2 Rex already in it, like the laggy legs. That means I could, or something else. Okay, I don't really have any interesting arms to you. Yeah, that gives me 4 Wex and maximum might. So really, this is... Now, what else? Well, I wouldn't always have stamina up at full for Switch Axe, cause, Wild Swing? But it would be high enough that I'd be able to get some good use out of it. Still. Okay. As for the arms, I don't know what to put for the arms. This one gives Phadex. Okay.
Have any requests?
Equipment's filled. Fade window. Zombie. Ooh.
Can I proceed?
Watch this.
Good.
That's not bad. One. Okay, yeah. I think we have something in motion here. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get away with that. But, yep. Divine Blessing is a level 1. And as for the rest, we got 3 level 3s and 3 level 1s. How many? Defense boost 2. Yeah, because I have full recovery speed on my tank set. Because that uses 2-piece score, 2-piece, Arcveld. Okay. Whereas this set goes more in the way of this, where it uses 2-piece... Oh. Laggy for some of it. Actually, Shock Absorber would be useful to plop in here. Just for my player mat. And that gives me 3 level 3s. But I got everything I want offensively slotted in. So... only thing I can think of is like... defense boost. Cause that's 30. Wex is another 30. And I think the laggy net bonus gives you like another 50. When it procs? Yeah, that should... I mean, just for 2 lots of 30 alone... seems like that'll do the job. Yeah. Yeah, and we have Razor Sharp. Oh, 2 levels in Razor Sharp. So you have a bit of sharpness going on there. Okay, let's see what we can get out the melder. Sorry if I'm sort of going off on a bit of a tangent. My brain is cooking. Mail decoration. I believe there's some. This way? Well, I have enough of certain talisman to drown someone with. So, pray.
There you are.
Okay. Pray. None of the stuff we need. Okay, is there a defense boost level 3? Up. Right. Oh, like there isn't actually a defense boost decoration. Shit, we're gonna have to rethink this entire thing.
Take care now.
Ah, dang it, I thought I was onto something. We do have that defense boost talisman though. This one. I'll switch it for protective polish, but now we lose divine protection. I'll come back to this. Let's delete it for now and come back to it later. When we've done a couple more hunts, had a bit more time to think about it. Because I am determined to get this to work. That's it, yeah. You know what? The best course of action for times like this? Talisman hunting. Or something. Cause the right talisman might make all the difference. Cause I might find one back. Gets defense
Let's
boost,
be on our way.
but a whole bunch of decoration slots. You never know. I was about to say, that's the Dinterhard nuke going off. Oh yes, I did the final blow on the tail. I must have shown up to this hunt right at the end of it. Oh. I don't mind helping these guys get over the finish line with it. As much help as I'll be in the hunt like this anyway. I gotta admit, if there's one weapon that, or one monster whose weapons I'll swear by for a good intermediary one, it's Rathian weapons. Rathian weapons or blast elements? Just cause, well, you don't really need to worry about elemental matchups that much. And you can just focus on getting your armor setup done. Yep, it is locked on me. How good it's paralyzed. Oh, thank you for that. That could have ended nastily. It wants to take a swing at me once I'm whilst I'm sharpening. Well, that worked. Yeah, because if I think talismans are the way to go, then it makes sense to try and do the what's it bounty. Got up for Fade Extender. These aren't bad ones. Constitution recovery up. Fire Timber. Oh shit, an artillery 2. I wanted something like this for gun launch setups. Yeah, it does seem like recovery up is a pretty common one. If only I could get something like recovery up divine protection or something. Yeah. A lot of these are manual accepts. I can't remember how bad I am with tempered laggy, but I know with where's the best closest base? Okay, that one. I know to fight this thing with a bigger shield. ever did try fighting a tempered with only using support, well, using support hunters are not normal, well, actual players. Yeah. Yes. Ah, gotcha, bitch. Good. Ah,
We've received additional supply items. Take a look.
Thanks.
That helped.
right, I'm probably going to be very quiet during this hunt. Laggy is one of those monsters that does require my full attention. Oh man. I do wonder if I should try to change up my content
Thanks. That helped.
a bit as well at some point. Oh god, two of them went down. Okay, that was close. The hitbox skinned me, apparently. That was close. And I was angry. Okay, let's get in a fight with... What was it getting in a fight with? Oh, Yankaku. Looked away for one bloody second. Okay then.
I have no doubt in your skills, Hunter. But maybe we should try preparing a bit more first.
Okay, yeah. That's that was something. And now y'all know why I tend to stick to the same tempered monsters over and over. I have a way better chance of actually succeeding. That Palico was in a bird costume. Ah. Okay, curious. I wasn't aware there was new event quests. Then again, when do I keep up to date with event quests? But, hey ho. I find it funny that this has literally gone from Oh, just grind stuff off my wish list to the build theory crafting to fuck it, grinding talismans. But hey ho. I kinda like that you do have these 9-star tempered event quests for monsters that don't have natural 9-star tempers. But God, I wish they did. It would make the tempered system actually interesting. Because, well, that was actually part of the reason why the afflicted system in Sunbreak was interesting, because you could be fighting literally any monster. Whereas here you end up fighting like the same 5 or 6 monsters over and over. So I hope that is actually something they do address. That was close. Or at the very least, rather than having tempered well, non-star tempers, just reserve the 9-star classification for Elder Dragons and Arch Tempers. Yeah.
Are you alright? Take a second to restock your supplies before heading out.
And where I would actually shift things is have actually 2 different types of endgame. A endgame that everyone can engage with, like afflicted or the lower level tempereds, like 7 or 8-star tempereds, and then something, and then like an ultimate challenge style one, or the people that want to do the more hardcore endgame. And maybe make it so that they are like ultimate test of your skill, and they're more for bragging rights than anything else. That's how I would maybe. That's an idea of how I would probably shift it. I'm definitely not as harsh on tempereds a tempered system as I was back in World, but we never had. But we don't have to deal with Nightshade, tempered Nightshade below moon in this game, so that's probably why.
Thanks. That helps.
But if real talk, if I could implement any two endgame systems from an old Monster Hunter game, I would revamp the Frenzy system so it worked exactly like it did in 4 Ultimate, where you had Frenzy and then Frenzy Apex. Well, Frenzied monsters, in fact, don't take 5 seconds to kill. Yeah, they have. Well, they probably make it so they do have more health than the OD monsters, but not by much. Instead, their whole gimmick is they're just super aggressive. And then bring back Afflicted, which is a bit more of a mechanically challenging one. I'm still on that train. Like, Afflicted was a really good endgame system. Granted, I don't really engage with Monster Hunter endgame systems all that often. But still that one. Like, and instead of Arch Tempers, you could have, like, well, you had the Risen ones from, well, you had the Risen Elder Dragons in Sunbreak. Just do that, but any monster can be Risen. That would definitely be fun. Imagine a Risen, Great Woggy. I'm gonna test the game down. Mitch. Monster Hunter can be a bit of a loud game sometimes. Probably won't be the longest stream in a while today. I meant to make Saturday streams a little bit shorter because I know y'all probably have some plans for Saturday. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't want to keep y'all from them. Well, that's also why I sometimes try to make Fridays a bit of a shorter stream as well, for similar reasons. Folks have plans on Fridays and Saturdays. Anytime you do decide to spend with me, this time that is greatly appreciated. And I very much thank you all for popping in and hanging out for a bit. Even if you just popped in and say hi, that'll make my day, honestly. And yeah, if any of you play Monster Hunter yourself, or any other games I play in the regular, and you need like, and you want to run some build ideas or stuff like that by me, feel free to, like, because chances are I might be able to help you out with it. Well, with whatever build ideas you got cooking in your heads. I might use this time to restock, because I'm running a bit low on Mega Potions.
Time for a few quick reps.
Also, if you're wondering why I have, like, herbs, well, bowgun material, bowgun elemental ammo material, that's cause I'm too lazy and just have one item set up for fucking everything. They're just casually pelting with thorn grass pods. Motherfuckers covered in them. I mean, there's a lot of free damage. Nice try. I did not mean to go down here. Dang it. And well.
I have no doubt in your skills, Hunter. But maybe we should try preparing a bit more first. Hey!
I'm gonna switch it back to just investigations. That'll do. Dude was never a bad one for me to do.
We got this.
Commencing quest now. Are you prepared?
You know, I have barely played any Final Fantasy games. Like, the only two I have played is, bloody Final Fantasy Explorers on the 3DS and Final Fantasy 14. I actually took that off my PS5 recently. No, I think it was actually a while back. No, it was Warframe I took off my Switch, cause, well, where I play Warframe on PS5 nowadays. I don't see much need to leave it on my Switch. Let's kill this fire up, Kraken. You know, I have a question for you old chat. Do you prefer your Krakens octopus-like or squid-like? I know them. I'm gonna look, have something to do. Fair enough. Good luck with whatever you need to do. I appreciate you popping in to say hi. Time to lock in a bit against fire octopus. Back up, back up. Oh, come on, dudes. You ruined it. You ruined the fucking sleep bomb. I'm not saying this because it's currently trying to murk me right now, but I kind of prefer neutral when it ain't on fire. Like, these luminescent blues really work with this black, like the black from the oil map. Oh, like motherfucker got roasted. Oof. And yo now know why I fight this thing with a shield. No, that guy is very much still alive. Let's just push him out the way so he don't get hurt. Never mind, I've made the situation worse and he's probably going to die. Whoops. And now you know why I stick to plants rather than animals. Well, that and I've never had a pet to actually begin with. The only things that count as my babies are my plant. The real plants, not the ones made of Lego. Oh, to be fair. I shouldn't be doing this. Mine. Fuck that. Aww. Too high. Oh shit. Yeah, I should really be paying attention to the thing and not the thingies. Oh, I got one. Was there any need for that? No. Was it worth it? Likely not. Yeah, I keep forgetting I have stream elements. I keep forgetting I have that turned on. Yeah. And again, I kind of want to actually do some adjusting of some more adjusting of that. Just so I can get it just right. So the timers of the chat will work. Oh. Go up every so often, but not stupidly often like it did last time. That was close. Our blocking game's been a bit off today. Not by a terrible amount, but yeah. Then again, I haven't been playing Monster Hunter massively much. Oh shit! Ah, damn it! I thought I could roll out the way of that one. Should've just tanked. Should've just used me shield.
I'm glad you're alright. Don't worry, you'll get him next time.
Oh shit, that's... What camp is that? 9. Oh, no, 13. Gotta remember that one actually. I might see if I have that one unlocked. Because that seemed like it would actually be a very useful one to have for these the lower levels of racing. You know, just in case I do end up carting down here. Which... Oh yeah, I should probably drink a whole drink. Ow. Fucking hell, that does a lot. Ah, shit. That was close. These little things. No, that's someone's, that's what's it on. Hey. Oh, these are baby Nuludras. These, like, baby nude. Okay, so the babies just have the ability to fly for some reason. I think. They're pretty. Yeah, they very much look like mini Nutras. And you see multiple nets fly up to catch them with little success. Right, that is 3 unstarred tempers down. I just need another 2 for the bounty. And I think that'll be my main goal for today. Get that bounty done so we have a lot of talisman. Oh, so I can get the tickets. Then do the talismans. Yeah. You know what? I'm getting used to 9-star tempered Jinderhad. Because I bought one early in the stream, quite handily with, SNS. Luckily, we do have some support on us at the moment, so... And one of them's the one with the hunting horn. Ooh. That makes me wonder... What support hunt are we getting with Tire Update 4. Because ever since Tire Update 2, they've been introducing a new permanent support hunter option with each Tire Update. Tire Update 2 it was Mina, the one with the S&S. Tire Update 3 it was Kai with the hunting horn. Well, we do technically have Fabius with a lance, but he only shows up when... He only dusts off his lance when it's one of the seasonal festival event things. You know what would be cool? Like, yeah, we have Fabius, but it'd be cool if we could actually get other support hunters that are hunters from other Monster Hunter games, but like permanent ones. You know, we know where Aiden, aka the Ace Cadet, ended up. He ended up going to the New World as the excitable A-lister. As for Julius and the other one who I can't remember the name of, or what name she was given in Legends of the Guild. The Ace Gunner. Yeah, we don't know what they're doing. But Fabius has retired at this point. So, it does make me wonder if the other two might have retired? Or are simply just training up new hunters, like Julius did with Aiden. Or something like that. It'd be neat to know what actually happened to them. After a hunter in 4U helped them take down Rusted Kashala Diora. I suppose in a way, like, Ginter HUD is basically Kashala Diora, A, without the wind gimmick, sort of, and B, isn't actually an Elder Dragon. It's just one big ass fucking Leviathan. But, timber, or whatever you say in a situation like this. Because there ain't wood, it's like old ruins and that. Oh shit. Oh, almost dragged down that way. Yeet. Yeah, even though I can, like, use potions with full weapon out with sword and shield, probably best not to with this guy. You probably do want to try and get a bit of distance from him if you're trying to heal. Just cause, he big. Also, another thing I've sort of noted when it comes to SNS is this. When guarding, you do want to save it more for the one big hits rather than like multi-hit attacks. Because you feel, well, you have to deal with the actual impact of the blow more than you would lance. And B, you probably well, mainly because of that, really. The impact of it will screw you over if it's a multi-hit. Or if it's like, the double charge laggy does when it's in range. You want to be a bit careful of that. Also, another word of advice, don't be afraid to hang back for a second, so you're not the first one into an area with a monster. Firstly, you can, if you want to pull off a counter or something with longsword, you could try to be the first one in the area. So that way, it aggroes onto you. Well, not sure why you would want to do that. I believe where I would kind of wait to go with a group rather than on your own. Especially if you're running away. With ranged weapons, you really want someone else to take the aggro. Because they switch up your, well, when you're using ranged weapon, your physical defense gets switched out for a little bit of elemental defense. That's good. Or why not just haven't really noticed before? I don't know. Don't think this thing is too far off death. Oh, that's a back. what's it spikes done. And there's the nuke. When it's in, it's likely to do this at least once per, oh, at least once in area 3 and once in this fourth and final area. The only other thing you fight in this in this segment of the Ice Shard Cliff is Omega Planetus. But he'll only do his big nuke attack once. That you really want to bring a shield for. What? Well, having a shield in that fight is very handy. So with the Omega Planetus fight, I recommend you just, if you're just getting through it, the normal version, just to finish off the FF14 storyline for Kai Update 3. Just bring support hunters, bring Kai, Alessa, and Mina. I say Mina instead of Olivia. You ideally want Alessa to take the aggro. But they once again tried to decided to put Final Fantasy XIV role mechanics into fucking Monster Hunter. And Final Fantasy XIV style white mechanics. Whilst it ain't my favourite fight in the world, they did a hell of a better job on it than they did Behemoth. Granted, it doesn't feel that balanced to playing with randoms, but half the 8 and 9 star hunts don't feel balanced around playing with other people. Or expect to fail as many times as you succeed when playing with randoms. Well, to be fair, if you have mates that also want to get into Monster Hunter, Wilds is probably the best time for all of you to jump in. Especially if you like play on different platforms and such. Because Wilds is the first Monster Hunter game that's actually got crossplay on it. Thing that's kind of becoming the standard for gaming, unless it's like Nintendo. Then it does feel like crossplay is a bit of a standard thing. Because most of the games that have online multiplayer I can think of have crossplay in it. Or introduce crossplay. Well, Wilds has it, Marvel Rivals has it, Warframe has it. Bit of a godsend for Warframe, actually. It made leveling up your stuff and that a hell of a lot easier, cause, well, I used to play Warframe on Switch, so, and yeah, Twitch tends to be the not as populated side of it. Then Sonic Racing Cross Worlds does. Hell, that's one of the big things that has actually contributed to its success. The fact that it is not only multi-platform but also crossplay. Anywho, we got one more monster before. We have to do one more 9-star tempered, and then we can. And then that is the limited bounty for this week done. And I'm gonna be ballsy. I'm gonna fire Sergios. Well, ballsy quotation marks. Because we all know I'm gonna switch to my bowgun setup. Because that's why I can comfortably do tempered Sergios. Which one is this? Flaming ammo. I want. Thunder ammo.
Time for a few quick reps.
Is over here. What is this? That'll do. There. How many flanks were there? Okay, no one's died yet. But I think it's literally just started. I'll start off with the Mizu one. Someone's fighting it with SNS, someone's fighting it with dual blades. You're braver than me, mate. If it was a normal Sergios, I would be fighting it with sword and shield. As I did it in Sunbreak. But then again, Sunbreak was actually a lot easier of a Monster Hunter game than. Base-wise was a lot easier of a Monster Hunter game than. Base Wilds is. But it does always make me curious what the Master Bank expansion for Wilds is going to be like. Dang it, I missed. Yeah, I really need to rejig this set with ballistics. Just to make the piercer ammo a bit easier to use. No. Timber! Oh shit. That was a bad time to use Raven, what's it? Ow, 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 dead. Well, that happened. A little annoyed by that happened, but it happened. I'm gonna switch to me thunder gun. It's kind of crazy to me that elemental heavy bow gun is a thing now. Or how the, well, my opinion of heavy and light bow guns have switched yet again. In Iceborne, I really liked Spread, but heavy bow gun, it was a fucking monster. Combined with a frontal shield. In Sunbreak, you ended up with light bowguns being more dominant, because well, rapid fire out of some ammo types, plus the mobility given to it via all the Spielberg shenanigans. That's a raid out. That's a tempered raid out. This is not going to be a fun place to be in it, is it? Let's, oh, damn. And I think someone got knocked off as well. Yep. I don't blame the Sredgels for, noping the fuck out of that, because, yeah. You ain't gonna compete with something that specializes in the element you're weakest to. Also, random chat cover. This goes back to what I was saying earlier about making sure you, well, if you're in a multiplayer hunt, make sure you're not the only person with the monster. Well, make sure you, if you're first in, someone else is with you. Just in case things go horribly wrong in about 5 seconds flat. Pretty much. I don't know what that email actually is. Oh, it's a giraffe. Okay. Yeah, exactly. You want to make sure you ain't the only one sticking their neck out. If you are the first one in. Make it so if you're first one in, there's someone who's the second one in about half a second, or you're the second one in, following close behind the first one in. Basically just, in multiplayer, don't engage the monster on your own. Okay, it's transitioning. I'm gonna hang back. Because being a ranged person, I have the lowest amount. Whoa. Oh, I have the lowest amount of effective defense. Because, can't see it, but under defense it says less elemental damage taken. If I was using a melee weapon, that would be less physical damage taken. So Edgeos don't do any elemental damage whatsoever. Elemental damage is stuff like fireballs, lightning, shit like that. Physical damage is all the things where that are more physical, like literally all the shit that's a Sledgeos can do. Tail swipes, claw slashes, even non-fireball projectiles probably count as physical. Also, this is one of those instances where Pierce heavy bowgun still puts in a fair bit of work. Or Pierce ammo does put in a fair bit of work. Ouch. Ow, I hit by lightning. And it didn't do jack shit. Pierce ammo is just better to use A on bigger targets, because it adds more to actually pierce, and B, it's also good in the wider areas, because you can, you have an easier time watching your spacing. Spacing is important with ranged weapons. You'll want to stay in critical distance as much as possible. You can tell in wilds when you're in critical distance, your reticle lights up orange. Whereas with when you're not in critical distance, it'll be grey, and if you're out of range entirely, it will just straight up tell you you're out of range entirely. If there's one thing Monster Hunter does well, is a lot of its UI design. And a lot of its, oh damn, full antivirus on that? Huh. Then again, I don't always use the gore legs, so don't always have antivirus. Yeah, does the gore helmet actually have antivirus on it? I can't remember. No, it has coalescence. Yeah, neither of the gore pieces I typically use has what's it on it? Well, all that would do was just save me 3 level 1 slots. Which, yeah, I would rather have a talisman be for stuff I would need level 3 slots for, like weakness exploit or something else. Oh, bugger. No, we're actually one short.
Right. I'm here, you need.
We can find a quick,
Yes.
See you again, Hunter.
No, this is usually a point where I, go back to the Satsu stream for 5 minutes. Point in Yap. But
Yeah.
we're one off actually getting the, what's it bounty? So we doing that. So we doing one last hunt. Nude is probably the best one for a nice quick tempered hunt, cause I can just completely demolish 9-star tempered Nudra, even after its supposed buffs. So
Well, let's be on our way.
oh yeah, I accidentally put on the what's it? I have my no, I have my a bow. I'm gonna switch that to me aunt. And I'm actually gonna switch this to me switch axe. See how I go. See how switch axe feels against what's it? Didn't feel too bad. I might get knocked around a bit. Yeah, that is still satisfying as hell. Ew. Ow. That nearly one-shot me. Okay, yeah, definitely need set with more defenses. Wax. And also power prong. Like, power max mode feels like it, well, amped up state doesn't feel like it lasts that long in this game. Or neither does power max. I would like to not be hitboxed into a corner, thank you. Can't see this hunt taking that long. Nerudra's, well, even-tempered Nerudra isn't that tanky of a monster. Or it's one that people can just deal with pretty quickly, myself included. Well, I don't really do tempered monsters on Milona. I'm brave, but not that fucking brave. Oh, that guy's using me Jinder Harden gun runs. Well, at the very least, it laid over, oh, yeah, something. Yeah, as long as I make sure to get out the way of that. Yeah, not having too many issues. Your blades probably feel great in this game. Especially for like because what you can essentially do is dip in, do some damage, and then dash the hell out of it. Do I have enough for full release? Yep. Yikes. Ow. Oh yeah, otherwise, if you're not using a shield, don't be in front of this guy. Try to either be on the sides or behind it. If you can. That's the vibe I get from it. Because he can slap you around pretty easily. Oh, if you have that one mate who is a Lance main, there is actually a set bonus. Well, a group bonus actually, I think technically it's a group bonus. That makes it so that they take aggro. A bit more often. I can't remember what group set gives it. But I know the actual group set bonus itself is called Alluring Pelt. I think if you actually use 3 parts of Arcveld or Guardian Arcveld, you can get it that way? I can't remember the specifics. Yep, I know. I knew it was immediately gonna do that. Ooh, that could have been nasty if I got caught in that. Oh yeah, Switch Axe. Be aware, in this game, in Axe mode, you'll do your normal rolls, but in sword mode, you actually do both side steps. If you roll after an attack, after you've done an attack, you'll just do one of those. Oh, you'll actually do your little front and side and back steps anyway. So yeah, a fade extender might not be a terrible idea. Oh. Told you this hunt wouldn't take that long. Udra just goes down like a ton of bricks. Still don't know why its babies has the ability to just fly for some reason. Do they just randomly lose the ability to fly? Like, is it just a case of they get a bit too heavy? Are they actually even babies? Or are they just called New Yaya because they just are seen near Udras? You know, like the bird and crocodile symbiosis type deal. That just makes it so that small monsters are less likely to interrupt you whilst you're fighting the big guys. Not something I would give up other skills for. Tank resistance uses maximum stamina depletion over time. There's a skill for that now? Under attack paralysis resistance. Damn. It reminds me of how I used to have set up my build set up in Iceborne, where I would have it so they utilize specific, well, I had them labeled for specific skills. And if I wanted to use a weapon of a different element, I also switched out the talisman. Ones are nothing to really write home about. But we now actually have a bounty done. I have reached Hunter rank 151. So basically, I am now Hunter rank Gen 1 Pokedex.
Okay, see you later.
Yes, I am glad I know way too much about video games. Hi, I'm Cyberphnx Echo. Have we met? Hang on, it was night time a second ago. But, yeah. Right. Let's see what shinies we get. Use items. Silver talisman tickets. Each one of these gives you 10 glowing stones to get your talismans out of. Your randomly rolled ones out of. Oh, we have an orange. Okay, 2 rapid morph and 2 resentment. That don't seem too bad. Resentment's not something I really use, because I try to be max health whenever possible, or not have any red health if possible. But the 2 rapid morph is pretty nice, and plus with a level 2 slot, I can fit in a 3rd slot. Also, that was very round burb. Max recovery up. And attack boost. That's the 2nd talisman we've gotten that has artillery level 2 on it. I'm starting to think the universe is asking me to make a gun lance setup. Charge Master. Part 2. Ooh, Crit Eye level 3. Crit Eye is not as powerful as it was in previous games, because not only can you only slot in critical eye in your weapons, it only goes up to level 5 now rather than level 7. And it only goes up to 20% affinity rather than the 40% it used to. Maybe Capcom realised that was the main reason why, main offender for people using crit-based builds, because it was so easy to slot in. So is weakness X. Well, so is the entire armor skill system from that you introduced all the way back in fucking World. Maximum might level 2, Honestly, if I wanted maximum might level 2, I'd use the Lagiacrus helmet. Downer Surge 2 is nice. Didn't we just get one that had Part Breaker level 2 on it? Guard level 2, Weakness Exploit 1? Ooh! That's not a bad one. I can't remember if a guard decoration is a 2 slot or 1 slot. Either way, that might be useful. Right. Defensive guard, counter strike, maximum might. Interesting trio. 2 in Coalescence. Honestly, if you use the Gore Head, you get 3 in Coalescence. But I can quite easily slot in Coalescence into using Gore. 2 Gore pieces. Hell, that's the only reason, only use case I found for Coalescence is with coming out of the Frenzied status. Because it gives you attack and gives you more elemental attack and status build up, which is bloody good for elemental weapons you use with Gore. Use with 2 set Gore Magala set bonus. Razor Sharp 2 in Heroics. Not bad. Would have preferred it be like 3 Razor Sharp. But then again, I don't really use sharpness skills. Iron Skin. That would be useful if we had more than one monster that actually inflicted it. I can't remember what monster actually inflicts it in this game, if I'm honest. Oh yeah, if I ever decide to add Devil Joe, that wouldn't be a bad one to have. Just for an anti-fuck you Devil Joe set. But armor seeds and that can dispel it if I... Add morph... Blight resistant part breaker? Not too bad. I'd want like level 2 or 3 rapid morph. And another one with level 1 part breaker. Raid window 2. Another maximum might level 2. Yeah, we didn't get anything crazy. Unfortunate. But yeah, we actually didn't get anything that crazy, which is kind of unfortunate. But on the bright side, I can always like use talismans to, well, recycle those talismans into new ones. But yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna put a pin in the game for today. And for anyone who's new here, when I say I put a pin in the game for today, that's usually just my way of saying that, yeah, we're gonna stop with the game for today and just go back to chatting for 5 to 10 minutes before we decide to end off on that. I have all sorts of weird little ways of saying things. And yeah. There we go, all saved. I make a point of double checking that I've made sure I've saved. Because, well, sometimes it's good to double check these. You read me? A little bit tired. But yeah. Well, we definitely got through quite a few tempers. 9-star tempers today. But honestly, yeah, that's basically endgame in Monster Hunter Wilds in a nutshell nowadays. Just your rolling, well, you're doing 9-star tempered monsters to get talismans, so you can get that roll on one of them that allows you to do some crazy unique, well, crazy build idea you have, and that sort of thing. And such like that. But with talismans, there are also crafted talismans. Which, yeah, if you only want a couple of points in one specific skill, you're just better off using those. Like, on the 2-piece score, 2-piece Lagiacrus, I actually use one of the crafted talismans. the weakness exploit one for it. And honestly, yeah, goal set like one I have is actually pretty damn strong. Because that will net you... Oh, actually, when all the stars align and everything's... Oh, when everything's propped at once, it does actually hit close to 100% affinity. Granted, I wouldn't say you need that much. I would say 60 would be enough for most people, because then you'd be critting more often than you're not. And even then, I think a crit only does 1.2 times the damage. Whereas, if you put some points into critical boost, I think it then boosts it up, but only for like the raw. Because weapons have two sides to it. Well, elemental weapons kind of have three sides to their damage. Their raw damage, like your non-elemental damage. If it's a status weapon, your status value, and well, the more status you have, the more the easier it is to build it up. Well, that's usually balanced out with having lower raw damage. Same with element. If it has higher element, it probably has lower raw. Except for wilds, it does feel like it's a bit all over the place in terms of what's good what's better than another, because you could have two that have the exact same raw, and one could have, for some reason, way more fucking element than the other. I don't know. I do like wilds. Course I am like is Monster Hunter, but my god, some of it feels like it's all over the damn place. That's part of the reason why I like Rise and Sunbreak as much as I do. Cause if anything, it felt consistent in all aspects. Whereas Wilds feels like it's a bit up and down. I don't know. I suppose with where I am, I just like things being consistent. Yeah. That's probably why I'm a bit of a creature of habit. Because, well, honestly, yeah, now I think about it, that probably does, the bit that likes things consistent and the bit that makes me a bit of a creature of habit are probably the same part of my brain talking. When you really boil it down. But, yeah. What? Particularly loud track for some reason. You know, I still haven't gone or had another peruse through Dover syndrome. I suppose I'll have plenty of time for that. I don't have the schedule for next week set up yet. Because where next 2 weeks is a bit up in the air anyway, I'm sort of not entirely sure what days to actually do. But I will say this, I will likely not be doing Tuesday for the next 2 weeks, at the very least. Just to make life easier. And such. As for Friday and Saturday... Saturdays I can definitely do. I don't think it would really affect anything there. But it's worth treating schedules for the next 2 weeks with a bit of a it could change at any moment kind of glance. I've already gone over this multiple times. I won't be able to do the gaming trivia shorts for the next 2 weeks. I should be able to, well, at the very least next week, still do the stream clip shorts. And such. I might actually try and get a couple of a couple of spare clips so that just in case I'm not able to stream one of the other over the next 2 weeks, I'll still have shorts coming out on those next 2 weeks. But I can't see me not being able to stream. But it's more thinking, would it make everyone's lives easier if I don't? For certain reasons. And that. And now, like I said, very much up in the air. But, hey ho. Well, if I did stream... Just... Oh shit, yeah, that came out yesterday. Apparently... You know when I, finished off the Cyberphnx Titanic Scion playthrough, I said that we might actually walk back around, when the paid expansion for it came out. Guess what happened yesterday? It came out. Yeah. Oh. If I do decide to... Wait. Well... Oh, like... If I am 100% able to stream on, like, Friday and Saturday, which I can't see any reason why I wouldn't be. One of those might be me, checking that, well, grabbing that expansion and giving it a look and a check out. Oh, I have not played Titanic Time for a fair while. I think the last time I played it was the last time I streamed it. But that's kind of how it is. Yeah. Trying to think what else is happening. Oh yeah, you got the SpongeBob event in Sonic Racing Crossworlds next week. Because that DLC pack is coming out on like the Thursday next week. Yeah, I think it's Thursday next week. Cause like the festival start up on a Friday for me. And such. I probably won't be doing a stream of that particular festival, cause out of all the paid, I think I said this yesterday, but out of all the paid DLC, the SpongeBob one is the one I actually care the least about. And even if I did, I wouldn't actually have anything interesting to say about it. Cause yeah, I don't know massively much about SpongeBob. Nor do I really care to. The next two paid DLCs after that are actually very interesting. Cause they're also, cause they're much like the Minecraft one, also very big, iconic video games, Pac-Man and Mega Man. Ironically, the two one with man in the name, yet neither of them are exactly human. Or exactly man. One's Pac-Man, the other's a robot. And is technically a kid anyway. But semantics. And whilst I don't know too much about either, like I've never played a Pac-Man game. Well, I don't think I've ever really owned a Pac-Man game, and I've never owned a Mega Man game. Except the one on mobile, Mega Man X Dive or whatever the fuck it was called. It was alright. But yeah, I do still know a fair bit about both those franchises. Well, the three characters is the bit that really interests me. Cause, well, you all saw the some of you all probably saw the trailer. We're getting Knights who, yeah, the back of the box literally spoiled that. II who I think there was leaks about. And Tangle and Whisper from the IDW Sonic comics. Well, considering that Sonic Racing Crossworlds is probably technically a canon game, yeah. Also, this is the first time we've had comic characters in a mainline Sonic game. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot to talk about there. For that one. Well, with that too, because the way it looks like the way they're doing it is that they're actually spreading the both of them out. Which makes sense, because we're getting both Knights and the Pac-Man Pay DLC in December. Then we're getting II in January, and both Tango and Whisper in February. So they're probably doing it that way just so that they can continue to have festivals on a 2-week cadence, like one every 2 weeks, which kind of makes sense. Oh, does that mean we'll get like more duo double acts in terms of 3 characters of a month? The certain months that they can't, well, they wouldn't be able to keep up the 2-week cadence on the festivals otherwise. I don't know, makes you think, don't it? Shit, what else is also happening in December? Oh yeah, that's when Title Update 4 is coming out. Duh. Wait, fuck. Outpiece release date. And guess what else is also fucking releasing in December? The old piece update for Warframe. I'm really busy in December, aren't I? Well, for most of it anyway. For those of you who are for any new Sprixels, I typically have the week of Christmas off streaming. Like, as in I don't stream or make shorts that week. Oh, I could make some shorts, could I? Couldn't I? But likely not. But yeah, I typically take the week of Christmas off and such. You know, so I can spend it chilling with family and diving into any new games I get. That sort of thing. Yeah. I find it funny, I said earlier that, oh yeah, I usually try to stream, well, have short streams on a Saturday so that folks can go off and do whatever Saturday's plans. We're at, we're past 3 hours at this point. But, yeah. Yeah, so I think I might actually start thinking of wrapping up. But for anyone, as always, thank you all for popping in and hanging out with me, well, with us today. If you're new, we usually try to, well, I usually try to stream Tuesdays, Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 PM UK time, which is GMT at the moment. Yeah, we have an entirely separate named time zone for, well, daylight savings time is kind of weird. But yeah, if you're new here, very much appreciate a like and subscribe on the YouTube side and a follow on the Twitch side. But don't feel like you have to, as the old you guys just popping in and hanging out for a bit, even if you just popped in to say hi, I am beyond grateful for you doing so. And as always, I hope you all stay safe and have a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah. I will. Well, I would say there's a point where I'd say I'd see you all next week, but I don't know what I'm actually doing next week yet. But I suppose it's better if I just say I'll see you when I see you. I'll keep you up to date what I end up doing in the end. Either on Sunday or Monday, depending on how it all plays out. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, stay hydrated and all that good crap. Also, make sure to treat yourself. It's a weekend after all. And yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Good night, everybody. And have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Good night.